All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to go over 5 ways that you can get smoother prints without having to stand on your head and change every single setting in Bambu Studio. So in today's video, I'll show you, 5 simple ways that you can make 1 or 2 setting adjustments in Bambu Studio and get much smoother prints and get the stair stepping away and to just make it look overall, a lot cleaner and better without changing 19,000 different things within Bambu Studio. So in today's video, we'll go over 5 easy ways to get smoother prints. So if all that sounds good, then sit back and relax and I'll get everything ready. All right, so the first easy way to smooth out your print from the slicer here is to change the layer height, which you can easily do with one click of the button right here. So in this model, this might be a place where you see some stair stepping or some ringing or some different things like that is on one of these curved surfaces. So if we slice this, we can look in and we can see that, you're going to see some stair stepping up at the top and maybe, at the bottom of the print. It's going to be a little bit more pronounced because of the width of the layer line and everything, or the thickness of the layer line. So one easy way to smooth this out is by changing the thickness of these layer lines, right? If the lines are thinner, then it's going to, smooth it out on these curved surfaces here. But let's take a look at what that does to the time here. So 18 minutes for the normal 0.2 settings. If we change this down to 0.2 or 0.12 and slice it again, we'll see that it takes about 22 minutes and 3 seconds, which is about a 17% time difference there. But as you make this model bigger, the time difference gets much more. In like a 24-hour print, this could add almost 5 hours to the print just by changing the layer height right here. So this is one easy way to get a smoother print, and we will see that those layer lines are much smoother on, or much smaller on the print with 0.12, but major time penalty that we had to pay to do so. All right, so now let's look at a little bit better way to change the layer heights here to make our print smoother, but in a more efficient manner. So if we select the model and then go over here to this variable layer height and click on that, this brings up the variable layer height interface. And if you click on this adaptive, it'll start to try to smooth out these curves and everything. And you do have a slider here for quality versus speed, right? So this gets into the size of the model and how much change and all of that stuff that you're doing. But if you want a really high quality, model or for smoothing, then change this back over to the quality side. And then we're going to hit adaptive. And we'll see that it has changed some of the settings here for these layer heights and everything in here. And we'll see that there's smaller layers here, larger layers here, and it attempts to smooth it out. But it can be a little bit dramatic on some of these and still leave some stair stepping there. So you can hit this smooth button and that'll start to smooth out the, the gaps in between these. The radius is how much of this it smooths out. So the more radius you add, the more it'll try to blend all of this stuff. The lower the radius you have, the more detail that it'll try to keep. So depending on the model where you're trying to smooth out the radius, if there's a lot of detail there, then you want to move this radius to the left. If there's not a lot of detail, then move it to the right and it'll kind of smooth this whole thing out. Now you can continue to hit smooth on this and it'll keep on smoothing out the print. So now let's take a look at the slice of this print, and we'll see that it actually takes less time to do this variable layer height, and we'll see that it looks somewhat smoother on the print. And this does work. If you have not been using variable layer height and not known how to use it, put this in your bag of tricks, because this definitely will smooth out the prints without adding a whole lot of time. This is a small print, so it may not be an exhaustive test on here, but this does work. And it doesn't give you the major time penalty that you get by just changing the layer height here. Now, if you were to do a 0.12 and do the adaptive or the variable layer heights, it would get even smoother, but you would incur that time penalty. So this one, if you haven't been using this one, be sure to use this one. Let me know in the comments below. All right, so another easy way to get smoother finishes on the outside of your print, maybe where you don't have such a pronounced curve and don't need the variable layer height. One change that you can make that will make an improvement is just by changing the speed of the outer wall and how much it prints or how fast it prints on the outer wall. So if you have a print that's like, a long outer wall because there's a whole lot of detail, one way to smooth that out is to just half the speed of the outer wall in order to do that. Now, we've done this before with our silk prints and everything, and you can get a much shinier surface with the silk prints by changing the the speed of the outer wall and maybe increasing the temperature. This works too for normal prints where you just want to have a little bit smoother outer layer there. And doing that, make sure on your multi-nozzle printers that you're changing this for each of the nozzles that you want to do it with. And this is really cool on your silk prints if you keep your silk on the left nozzle. So this is a little bonus tip here. If you keep your silk on the left nozzle, you can print everything else at the higher outer wall speed and not incur that big penalty. So on this one, this is the right nozzle because the gray is in the right nozzle here. So when we slice this, we'll see that we really didn't incur a major time penalty for changing that outer wall speed down to 100. So that's another easy way to do it. If you have a model that has a whole bunch of detail in the wall where, it's going in and out and around and curving and everything, slowing down this outer wall might help to smooth the print out. You don't get a major time penalty by doing so. All right, so changing the outer wall speed helps us to smooth out the outer wall here. But what if you want to smooth out the top surface? So let's talk about one of the ways that you can do that. With that, you can go to the top surface and you can also change the top surface speed as well. And remember, this is right and left nozzle, and you can have different settings on both. So again, bonus tip on your silk prints, right? If you're trying to do the silk on the top and make it shiny, be sure to slow down that top surface. I think this works with translucent filaments as well, but I have not tried it on those. But this will definitely work on normal filaments as well. And if you need to smooth out the top surface, changing this speed right here from 200 down to 100 or down to 50 can help you with smoothing out the top surface. And that is one way that you can smooth out the top surface very, very easily. So like I said, changing the outer wall and the top layer speed and all of that is one way to smooth out the top layers. But another way that you can do it is with ironing. And this is another one that if you're not using, this is definitely one that you should put in your bag of tricks, because ironing allows you to do some really, really cool stuff. You can iron all top surfaces. So if you have a print that kind of has multi layers or whatever, you can do all of the top surfaces and iron it or smooth it out. And that's going to let Bambu Studio do the smoothing for you. If you only want the very, very top surface to be smoothed out or ironed, this will do that for you as well and only do the top surface. Or if you want it to do all solid layers, then it will iron all of those. So this is another one that if we just do the top surface, you'll see that it changes the speed of it, and then you have some adjustments for the flow and the inset and the spacing and the pattern here. So you can change from a concentric to a rectilinear pattern on the top right here. And by doing so, we incurred like a 30-second penalty, which is, not a lot unless you have like a 24-hour print. Again, that's probably going to add a couple of hours. But ironing that top layer, you can see really, really, really smoothed it out just in the preview here. If we take a look at it from this, it looks like a washboard almost, right? To just doing this top surfaces really, really smooths it out. And that's probably one of the more handy tricks for smoothing things out. Variable layer heights and ironing. Add those to your bag of tricks. All right, so which one of these tips do you think is the most useful and the one that you're going to put to use today? I got to say, variable layer height and ironing are two things that I haven't been using enough of, and I really need to put those into practice. There's not a huge time penalty for them, and in some cases, it might even improve the time of your print. And it'll definitely improve the quality. So let me know below which one you think is the most useful and the one that you're going to use first. Be sure to join us on the live stream later this evening at 7 p.m. and show us different pictures of the prints that you've been printing and how these tips have helped you out. And we'll show them off during the live stream. If you liked anything from today's video, be sure to smash the like button. Be sure to smash the subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thanks for watching.